Today, I will be talking about the chemistry in sports and energy drinks. I chose this topic because I am an athlete, and it is important for athletes to know how to stay hydrated and obtain energy while they are performing. First, let me talk about energy. What is energy, and why is it so important for us? Basically, energy is defined as the capacity for work. It is the cause of many things going on around us. When we eat, our bodies store energy through the food we eat, and this energy allows us to go through our daily activities. Basically, without energy, our lives would not be possible. Now, I will be talking about energy drinks. There are five main ingredients of energy drinks. They include caffeine, sugars, taurine, ginseng, and B vitamins and other additives. First, I will talk about caffeine. Caffeine is the primary ingredient in most energy drinks. Energy drinks often have higher levels of caffeine than they indicate. There is no official recommended limit for the amount of caffeine a person can consume. However, excessive caffeine has been linked to a variety of adverse effects, some including high blood pressure, premature birth, and possibly even a sudden death. This diagram shows the function of caffeine in the body. On the diagram on the left, this is where caffeine is not in the body and adenosine is able to bind to its receptors, and therefore you feel sleepy. On the right side, caffeine comes in and binds to the adenosine receptors, and adenosine can't bind, and therefore you do not feel sleepy. Next, I will be talking about sugars. The sugar content in energy drinks ranges from 21 grams to 34 grams per 8 ounces. It can come in the form of sucrose, glucose, or even high fructose corn syrup. Users who consume 2 or 3 energy drinks could be taking in 120 milligrams to 180 milligrams of sugar, which is 4 to 6 times the maximum recommended daily intake. People who consume energy drinks can be at risk for obesity and dental problems. Taurine is one of the most common amino acids in the body. It can support brain development and even regulate the body's mineral and water levels. It can even improve athletic performance. However, there is no evidence that it is unhealthy, but no evidence that it is beneficial to the body either. Ginseng is a type of plant root, and there are claims that it boosts athletic performance, strengthens the immune system, and improves mood. However, there is little proof of this, and there isn't enough ginseng in energy drinks to offer any benefit. The root has also been linked to increased risks of insomnia, headaches, and hypertension. Studies suggest that B vitamins can improve mood and even fight heart disease and cancer. However, just like ginseng, the amount of B vitamins in each energy drink isn't enough to have an impact. The most common energy drinks include Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull, NOS, and AMP. Now I have a short video explaining energy drinks.
Energy drinks are a $50 billion global industry, overflowing with different brands and exotic ingredients. But how do energy drinks actually give you energy? Well, the answer is familiar. Caffeine and sugar. Now, caffeine stimulates your brain, making you feel more energized. And sugar refuels your body's cells to keep you physically active for longer. How do caffeine and sugar actually give you energy? When caffeine reaches your brain, it crosses the blood-brain barrier and stimulates your brain cells, neurons. It stops them from detecting the sleep-inducing chemical adenosine. Adenosine builds up in your brain throughout the day and slows down the activity of your neurons. Caffeine blocks the effects of adenosine and makes you feel less sleepy, your neurons more active, and makes you feel more energized. Now, caffeine makes you feel more energized, but it doesn't actually give you any new energy to burn. Now that is where sugar comes in. You absorb sugar through your intestines into your blood, where it can travel to all the cells of your body. Simple sugars, like glucose, are the fuel for all cells. Cells absorb sugar and feed it into their powerhouses, known as mitochondria. The mitochondria create a merry-go-round of chemical reactions. This chemical cascade produces all-purpose energy chemicals that can then be spread throughout the rest of the cell and used like an energy currency. Sugar doesn't actually make you feel any more energized, and there's no evidence for sugar highs. But it does give cells, like in your muscles and your brain, the energy that they need to keep going. Which brings us to all the other ingredients in energy drinks. Now, there is no evidence at all to suggest that any of these have any effect on either your physical or mental energy levels, and that includes overhyped ingredients like taurine, which your body actually makes loads of anyway. In fact, it's one of the key building blocks in heart, brain, and muscle tissue. Glucuronolactone, which is immediately broken down and then peed out in your urine anyway, and the various B vitamins, which are also broken down and peed out because you almost certainly get enough of them in your diet as it is. So, energy drinks give you energy through good old-fashioned caffeine and sugar. So the only difference between drinking this and this is the flavour. Cheers.
The first pop quiz question is, name any one ingredient in an energy drink. If you answered caffeine, sugars, ginseng, taurine, or vitamin B, you are correct. Now I will talk about sports drinks. Main ingredients of sports drinks include water, carbohydrates, electrolytes, and sweeteners. Carbohydrates are the sugars, starches, and fibers found in fruits, grains, vegetables, and milk products. One of the most important components of sports drinks are electrolytes. They are salts that are naturally part of body fluids. When an athlete sweats, they are lost through the sweat. If electrolytes are lost too quickly, the body does not have the ability to restore them as rapidly as they were lost. Therefore, sports drinks contain electrolytes such as chloride, sodium, and potassium to help replenish what was lost through the sweat. Introducing electrolytes back into the body can help dehydration from occurring. And dehydration can be a very serious problem if not attended to. Electrolytes also help increase the absorption of fluids into the bloodstream. I would now like to show a small video that explains what electrolytes are and what they do in the body.
You look at your favorite sports drink and see that it's got electrolytes. Great, but what exactly are electrolytes and why do we need them? Electrolytes are ions that carry an electrical charge and travels in and out of cells. The most common types of electrolytes in your body are sodium, potassium, calcium, chloride, and magnesium. One of the key features of electrolytes is triggering an electrical event called action potential. These events are the signals that your brain sends through neurons to parts of the body like your bicep to contract muscle. By having sodium and potassium ions traveling in and out of cells, the cell's charge switches from negative to positive. It carries the switching process throughout the entire axon of a neuron all the way down to its fingers called axon terminals, which will communicate with other neurons to do the same. Once this switching signal reaches the muscle fiber, the electrolyte calcium ions flood into the muscle fiber and the muscle contracts. As you can see, if you have lower electrolyte concentrations, this can lead to weaker and inefficient muscle contraction. Having a lack of potassium and sodium electrolytes carry other issues as well. Low potassium, which can be caused by excessive alcohol use or constant vomiting, or for some of you both at the same time, in general can also lead to irregular heartbeat and in severe cases cardiac arrest. Low sodium, which can be caused from dehydration, can lead to loss of energy, muscle cramps, and even comas. And electrolytes have other functions as well. Calcium helps with blood clotting and bone density. Chloride usually hangs out with sodium and helps transport water in and out of cells. Magnesium is used to make enzymes function. So the colorful and sugary sports drinks, although aren't the greatest for fluids in terms of calorie intake, might be a better option than water alone after a long workout session. But keep in mind, these sports drinks don't have all the electrolytes your body needs. If you're looking for something that does, coconut water not only has all the electrolytes you need, but higher amounts as well. Better get your tropical game going.
The most common sports drinks include vitamin water, Gatorade, and Powerade. Your second pop quiz is, name any one ingredient of a sports drink. If you answered water, carbohydrates, electrolytes, or sweeteners, you are correct. I would like to conclude that although sports and energy drinks can provide you a short-term boost in energy, taking them in large amounts over a long period of time can lead to severe health problems. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.